Alrighty, I am in a fantastic mood today. The Lakers won last night, it's only like 110 degrees out here in Vegas, and the Lakers aren't looking so bad after all. So first, let's talk about LeBron James only putting up 10 points last night. Now, never in a million years would I have thought that I'd be happy to see LeBron only put up 10 points. Now, that might sound like a crazy statement to some of y'all. How is it that a Lakers fan is happy that LeBron James only scored 10 points in a game? It sounds like the only person in the world who would be happy for LeBron to only score 10 points is Skip Bayless, so he can go on TV and talk crap about LeBron. However, LeBron's 10 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds gave me hope in the Los Angeles Lakers. Because just in case you're not aware, last game, LeBron put up 23 points, either 16 or 17 assists, and either 16 or 17 rebounds. That is a crazy stat line, and the Lakers still lost. And that's not the only time in the bubble where LeBron has put up a crazy stat line and still resulted in a Lakers loss. So LeBron only putting up 10, 7, and 6 shows us NBA fans that the rest of the Lakers are starting to step up a little bit more. And once again, like I said in the other video, me saying that I am happy the Lakers team finally stepped up and helped LeBron out a little bit isn't me saying that LeBron has no help. Because for some reason, even though he handpicks most of his teams, LeBron James fanatics always make the excuse that he has no help. And I'm as big of a LeBron fan as you can find. However, before a LeBron fan, I try to be a rational person. So just because I love LeBron James and I love the Lakers, that doesn't mean I'm gonna ride the narrative of LeBron James has never had any help in his career. But with that being said, let's see how the rest of the team did and why they were able to pull off this win despite not having as much of a contribution from LeBron James. Anthony Davis had 31 points and 11 rebounds in less than 30 minutes. A few nights ago, I was a little bit critical of Anthony Davis for only putting up 2 points in the fourth quarter. When you are getting paid in the 20s of millions of dollars and you are the co-star of the Los Angeles Lakers, putting up 2 points in a close game in the playoffs is unacceptable. So seeing Anthony Davis keep up the consistency throughout the entirety of the game last night is definitely something I was happy to see. KCP. I'm gonna do this for KCP just as I do this for any other player. I keep the same energy when you play a poor game as I will when you play a good game. Last game, I was very critical of KCP's stat line, and rightfully so. He had 1 point, 1 assist, and 1 rebound in more than like 25 minutes of play or something like that. I'd have to look at my notes for the exact amount of time. But regardless, in more than 20 minutes of playing basketball, any professional basketball player should have a stat line that is way better than just 1, 1, and 1. So last night, KCP made me very happy. He had 16 points in 22 minutes. And granted, 16 points isn't 40 points for me to be like, oh wow, we have KCP, the next Michael Jordan. But KCP is a role player. So for him to put up 16 points in 22 minutes, as a Lakers fan, I say that is an A+ job for his role. Granted, the more the merrier, but I'm happy with 16 from him. Danny Green, I'm still pretty pissed off when it comes to you, my guy. In game 1, I believe you shot 0 for 4 from 3, and in yesterday's game, I only saw 3 points from you in 22 minutes. And the thing with Danny Green is you never know what you're gonna get. It's like a bootleg. Sometimes I see he contributes very well, and sometimes I see him play a game like yesterday or the game before. I like Danny Green, I think he's a good guy, I think he's a great basketball player, but this is the playoffs for the Los Angeles Lakers. We need your A game every single night. Come on, my guy, you're getting paid millions of dollars. It's not like you're not capable of scoring the ball, you've done it in the past, that is why the Lakers signed you. All I'm asking for is for you to do your job, and I think that's fair criticism. J.R. Smith, if we just talked about Danny Green being inconsistent, J.R. Smith is in a world of his own when it comes to inconsistencies. Sometimes J.R. Smith is someone who I am very happy to see in the game. When J.R. Smith gets hot, not even the fire department can put him out. Damn, that was a dad joke. I hope that's not a sign of anything. Please no. So last night with J.R. Smith, I am happy. 11 points in 22 minutes. Once again, J.R. Smith is a role player, so I'm pretty happy with that. But someone who I cannot say I'm happy with is Kyle Kuzma. And at this point, we might as well change our name to the Los Angeles Inconsistents. Because in game 1, for Kyle Kuzma, I said he did a very good job. He had 14 points and 8 rebounds in 30 minutes, and keep in mind, this was his playoff debut. So for Kyle Kuzma, who is arguably the third option on the Lakers, to put up 14 and 8 in his playoff debut and only 30 minutes of play, that is very good. I tip my hat off to him and I was very impressed. So because of that, I went into game 2 having high hopes for Kyle Kuzma. Once again, I'm not expecting him to put up LeBron numbers. I am expecting him to do what I know he's capable of doing. So Kyle Kuzma, tell me why I only saw 7 points in 21 minutes. Once again, it's not like I'm asking Kyle Kuzma to do something he's not capable of doing. I'm just asking him to bring the same consistency day in and day out. I am tired of seeing a great night from Kyle Kuzma, a night where he hits a game winner, a night where he has a 20-point near triple-double, and then a night where he puts up a triple-single. I just don't get it. It's literally against the exact same team. So it just doesn't really make that much sense to me, but whatever. Kyle Kuzma's still young. He'll figure it out. And then after the game, I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw Jared Dudley tweet out, "Never get too high on a win and never get too low on a loss." And on the surface, that sounds like a very inspirational quote. Like, thank you, Jared Dudley, for saying that. And then I thought to myself, you know, after watching this game, I don't really remember too much from Jared Dudley. Maybe I'm going crazy. Let me go look at the stat line. And lo and behold, Jared Dudley put up the same amount of points you and I did sitting on this couch. Well, this is technically a bed, but whatever. Jared Dudley put up 0 points. He had 2 rebounds in 8 minutes, and those 8 minutes came pretty much towards the end of the game when the Lakers were already up by 20 or so. And I remember I started playing basketball at the end of 6th grade, and I worked really hard at my game. 7th grade, I was fortunate to make the team, but I wasn't that good and I didn't get a lot of playing time. And I remember a specific game in which we lost, and on the car ride back home, my dad was telling me to not be too down on myself because since I didn't even play that game, it's not my fault that we lost. And I could have said, "Dad, you're right. Because I didn't play that game, it's not my fault that we lost." But I remember saying, "Dad, with all due respect, it is my fault that we lost because I'm not good enough to be on the court helping my teammates at this point in time." And I remember he gave me a, "Wow, I'm very impressed with that answer," sort of thing, something along those lines. Fast forward to my senior year of high school, I ended up receiving a Division II offer. So why do I bother saying this? Look, Jared Dudley, on the surface, it sounds like a very positive thing for you to tweet out. However, what is there for you to really get high on right now? And that is a serious question. Seriously, Jared Dudley, you haven't contributed at all in this playoff series so far. Throughout the course of the regular season bubble games, I kept saying that Jared Dudley is a huge liability on defense, and he doesn't even make up for his poor defense on offense because as you can see, this guy isn't scoring the ball. So if I'm Jared Dudley, instead of making it seem all high and mighty, I would be in the gym making sure I am good enough to one day be able to make a difference on the court. And granted, it's not like Jared Dudley is ever going to watch this video, but if he was sitting right here, I promise I would say the exact same thing to his face. And it's not like I'm hating on the guy. Hating would be me saying he's trash, he should just quit the team and quit basketball as a whole. I'm just saying I don't really appreciate a statement like that after your performance doesn't really back that statement up. But going deeper than basketball, he's a great guy. He doesn't have any off-court problems, so I respect that 1,000 times more than anything I would respect from anyone on a basketball court. But now that we're speaking about not getting too high on a win, yes, we did win this game, but keep in mind Damian Lillard left the game early with an injury. Now I will say, if Lillard had not left the game, I still think we would have won by double digits. By the time Lillard left in the 3rd quarter, he already had 18 points, and the Lakers ended up winning by 23, so I really don't think that if Damian Lillard stayed in the game, the Blazers would have won this one. However, just keep in mind, Damian Lillard is going to be coming back next game, and he's been playing like he has the biggest chip on his shoulder out of anyone in the entire world. So I don't know how mad he's going to be over this loss, but all I'm saying is don't be surprised if Damian Lillard starts balling out again, just how he's been doing for the past 2 weeks now. And Lakers, we don't only have to watch out for Damian Lillard, but to be fair, I would watch out for the entire Blazers team. Carmelo Anthony only had 2 points, and I know a lot of the people who are writing Carmelo Anthony off are like, yep, I told you, Carmelo Anthony does not deserve a spot in the NBA. He's too old, he's not a good player, he should just stay retired. And look, you guys, in case you haven't been watching basketball lately, Carmelo Anthony has been balling out. I don't know the exact number of games off the top of my head, but ever since the bubble started, Carmelo has had at least 6 or 7 games with more than 20 points. So Carmelo Anthony isn't out here looking like some old man. He's out here looking like he contributes a lot to a team. So for him to only put up 2 points in nearly a half hour of play, I would just keep an eye out for him. And Nurkic only had 9 9 and 8 in almost 30 minutes of play. He's been balling out lately just like I said he would. So once again, expect Jusuf Nurkic to play some actual basketball the rest of this series. And just adding on to what I just said, McCollum had 13 points, Whiteside had 6, Gary Trent Jr. had 8. So as a whole, the Blazers didn't play their best game. Oh, I didn't even see this at the bottom of my notes, but the Lakers shot almost 50% from the field. We made 14 threes last night as opposed to only 5 for 32 as we did in game 1. So that is obviously a huge improvement. It's like the Lakers finally realized where the basket is and they stopped shooting at the crowd or something. I mean, there's no crowd right now, but you know what I mean. But I was concerned to see that we only shot 10 free throws. We have 3 7-footers on our team. We have LeBron James who gets to the basket pretty much whenever he wants to. And we have a good amount of guys that like to attack the rim. So my question is, with 3 7-footers and a bunch of guys who attack the basket, why aren't we getting to the free throw line more often? Now I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that it's because they were shooting very well from 3. So if you're making your threes, why bother driving to the basket, you know? So like I said, I'm not being critical about it. I'm just saying try to get to the free throw line a little more often, because based on what we've seen from the Lakers this season, we can't just rely on 3-point shooting for the entire series. But anyway, a win is a win. I'm always going to be happy with a win. It's like a free dinner. Even if it's not the best, a free dinner is a free dinner. Alright you guys, thank you all for watching. Please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. That's really all I asked for. Actually, I just lied. I'm also going to ask for you guys to comment your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think of everything I just said. Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree with anything? I'm open to hearing all opinions and responding to you in the comments. And if you're still here, you might as well subscribe. I talk about the hottest game from the night before every morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And once we get into the second round of the playoffs, I would like to see if I can start talking about more than one game every single day. So subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that. Hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Comment your thoughts down below. I did not realize how long this video is, so it's going to take me forever to edit it. Dang it. That's about it. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm out of here. Peace. If you're still here, consider watching this other video I picked out for you down below. Please just watch it. I'm trying to get to 300 subs, so go watch that video. Let me know what y'all think. And hit the like button on that video too. Alright, see you guys.